You know the drill. You buy the ticket, you take the ride. Good morning. Welcome back. We're here. Episode 22. 22 weeks in a row. I don't think I've ever been so punctual in my fucking life. But that's cool. Some things going on that are cool. Pittsburgh, well, it was announced that there's going to be a Punk and Drublic in Pittsburgh finally after, what was it, 2019, I think was when they announced that one and canceled it. So that's a long time coming. NoFX is supposed to play, and if it gets switched for a fucking Descendants ticket, I will never buy another NoFX ticket again in my life. I've bought 5 NoFX tickets in my life, and I've seen the Descendants more with these NoFX tickets than I ever have NoFX. So that's a fucking problem. 2, a bunch of the Camp Pennsylvania pre-shows coming up at Porky's in Pittsburgh, and then the Millville Fest August 7th, right outside of Pittsburgh. And most bands that have actually been on this show are going to be playing all on the same day, so I will be down there checking that out. You should too. It's free. You don't even have to spend any money. So all you cheap pricks can come too. Anyway, today, if you watched last week, I had those awesome guys from Coffee of the Lions from New York, and I was able to link up with another band from right around the same area. They actually played the same show Friday night with those guys. The band Chumps. Bring them in, Nick. Hey, guys.
Hey, how's it going?
Hey, what's going on?
Good. How you doing? You guys want to introduce yourselves? Because there's your names.
Sure. So I'm Brandon Glorioso. I play drums.
Okay.
I'm Logan Lear. I do vocals, guitar, and saxophone.
Saxophone? Did you say?
I did.
That's some bad shit, dude.
I'm Baron Diker. I play guitar and do vocals.
I'm Nate Brubaker. I play bass and sing a little bit.
Cool. So, Brandon had sent me 4 tracks when he originally emailed me, and like, I don't know, you guys had this so much like older sound to me, not so much like a new sound like I would think, because you guys got to be pretty young, like all collectively, right? Younger than me, anyway.
Yeah, I'm 24.
Yeah, nobody's 40 in the band.
No,
No, definitely young.
Almost.
All right, cool. No, that's awesome though, man. Like it's even hard like to see younger people even playing anymore. It's times have changed for sure. Have you guys been playing out a lot since you're able to play out a lot again?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, we've had a show like pretty much every weekend since things started opening back up.
That's great.
It's been kind of hectic, but it's awesome.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, I was like looking at I think I'm gonna be in Pittsburgh like every weekend for the next fucking 3 months or something like that after next weekend, and I'm just like, but like after a year and a half of sitting like that, there's you just might as well take it.
Yeah, we actually played a show. The last show that we played in 2020 was in March. We played at an arcade in York, and then we had nothing until like May of this year, and now we've done just about a show every weekend. And then this past weekend we did one on Friday in Harrisburg, and then we played a skate show, a show at a skate park yesterday. So that was pretty fun.
Where was the skate park at?
Here in Westminster. So
Oh,
it's pretty local for us. We do a lot of skate park shows for is that Citadel, Logan, that does all those events?
Citadel Skateboarding. It's a local nonprofit organization run by a guy that we've known since a little before he started the nonprofit. But it's just because growing up, I mean, in Carroll County, where me, Nate, and Baron are from, there's really no like skate parks really. So he's starting up like the first kind of local nonprofit organization to fundraise, bring awareness, that kind of deal.
Oh, that's badass, man. Because like, yeah, around here they built one a couple years ago around here, but it's not even a park. There's like 2 ramps and a slab of concrete that about 5 by 5. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah.
So how long have you guys been together?
So we've been together since 2016, I guess.
No,
I mean,
Just before that.
2015. Yeah. So
what?
in some facet, one way or another, me, Nate, and Baron have been together since, I guess, 2014, maybe.
Regardless, that's
Yeah, and then
go ahead, man.
I'm in terms of time, I'm newer than them. I joined in, I guess that was 2018 or 2019. They had me fill in on a headlining show down in Baltimore at the Auto Bar. And I got the call on Wednesday when I was in Denver, Colorado, and they're like, "Hey, we're playing the show on Monday. We don't have a drummer. Can you learn our whole set by Monday?" And I'm like, "I don't have equipment right here, but sure, send me your album. I'll listen to it over and over again." And then I had all the parts memorized by the time Monday came around, and we headlined for my first show, and I hadn't played with the guys yet, so it was, it was definitely an experience. But I had all the songs memorized somehow. I don't know how I was able to do that, but
You're a better
It went
man
way
than me.
better than it had any right to.
Yeah, you're a better guy than me. I can't remember where I set my keys 10 minutes ago, like let alone fucking all that. So what do you guys have upcoming gigs? You put anything out? You're recording? So what's going on now?
Well, we just within the last month, actually, I believe that was July 9th, we put out our newest EP. It's called Wall Mouse. It's got 4 songs on it. We recorded them back in early June at a new studio in Baltimore called Hypernova. It's right across from a venue that we play at sometimes in Towson called Zen West. And the guy who does sound for Zen West started a Zen recording studio directly across the street. He's considered Baltimore, but the venue that we played at is considered Towson, but you can literally throw a rock between the two of them. So
Yeah, my I have family in Glen Burnie.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
yeah.
We definitely weren't too far from that.
Yeah, okay. That's pretty cool. So,
But yeah, coming up, we have 2 official shows on the books. We're playing on August 6th in the at a new Mexican food place in Dover, Pennsylvania called Taqueria El Camino. We're playing with 2 other bands, and then we have a tribute show, I believe, that we're playing for a member of a local band that unfortunately passed away, and I think that show's on the 28th, but I don't have the full details for that 28th of August. And then we're working on some super cool stuff, some shows that we are trying to get on, so I can't really announce anything on that yet, but
this is the show of no
it'd be a big
announcements, so no worries. Well, that's great. It sounds like you're keeping busy anyway, man. That's fucking great, because I don't know. It's nice to see this whole like whirlwind of, you know, shows everywhere and this and that. And I gotta ask, how the hell did you get a gig at a Mexican gig or joint, like food joint? Like who, you know, I've seen the Denny story 1,000 times, but like never a Mexican food one. So
Yeah, so I actually saw one of our friends that we play with sometimes. It's in a band called Who Me. His name's Bill. One time he was like, he posted on Facebook and he says, "I'm standing here at my daughter's like band concert and I'm hearing some punk music across the street." He's like, "I don't know where it is." And then somebody commented on it. They're like, "Oh, it's that new taco place. They're having some bands." So I was like, I immediately messaged that guy who I never had met in my life, whoever Bill's friend was that told him what was going on. And I was like, what is that place and what was playing there? And they're like, "Oh, it's this new Mexican food place." They gave me the name of the guy who runs it. So I messaged them and they're like, "Yeah, sure. Yeah, I mean, well, as long as you're relatively family friendly, we'll let you do whatever. You can have the time for whatever you want to do." He said you could do a comedy act for for all that matters, as long as you you know, keep it fairly family friendly. So we're looking forward to playing that. I can honestly say this is probably the first time and maybe the only time that we'll probably ever play at a Mexican food place. So we're gonna make it count.
So like there are people going to be just eating and you'll just be playing right there then, huh?
Yeah, it's
That's
they have from what I understand, it's like set up where you can order at the counter outside, and then they have this little like garden stage area where they have a stage built, and then people can sit at all the picnic tables that are lined up, and it looks like they have like a little. I want to call it a pit area. I don't think they intended it to be that, but it's just I think maybe for
We'll
our show
find
it
out.
might become one.
that is, we had the only thing I've ever heard close to that in Brookville, which is outside of Du Bois. I don't know if you guys are familiar with that area or not. But there was a Fox's Pizza that downstairs they used to like just let shows go on down below this like little Fox's Pizza place, but it eventually got destroyed, I think. So, but it went on for a while. But that's the closest thing I ever heard to that. but that's pretty cool. Other than that,
Yeah.
you know, everybody read that Denny story with the metal band, right?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, we kind of did something similar now that I'm thinking about it. We played what was that place in Baltimore, Logan, that we played at the Thai place? It was like a Thai food.
Yes.
Oh yeah. The Crown, I think.
Crown. Yep.
Yeah.
It was like 50% sushi place and 50% like 1930s Americana, like old fashioned cocktail bar. But it didn't, and it was like the two sides like touched at a visible border. So it was
Obviously.
like, it was yeah. So it was ridiculous, but we did do that. I forgot about that.
The fact that even existed is kind of ridiculous, but that's.
Yeah, it's Baltimore.
Yeah, well, yeah, no, I've visited plenty of times, and like, yeah, whatever goes, really.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, it's a nice place. Like, I don't know, I mean, not like, some places are okay. It looks,
Yeah.
yeah, the Inner Harbor looks nice in some spots, I guess.
See, absolutely. That
Yeah.
absolutely.
Okay, yeah, give me that. Give me at least that one, because I was definitely walking the streets of Glen Burnie one night, and it was not the nicest. I remember I ended up in a bar, and it was like, it went from like, I think it was 2011, and it went to like 1983 as soon as I went down the stairs, and even like the bartender, and I mean, it was weird. Everybody was dressed like that. Like, it was weird, man.
It was like your episode of Cheers.
Yeah, except no Norm, no Cliff, no, none of those people were there. That's what I did. Like, that's some of the strangest like venues I've ever heard of in my life.
Yeah.
Like, and then is
it's
it
per-
like a normal thing to be playing in restaurants there?
Well, a lot of the venues in at least our area are either 21 plus places, so it'll be strictly bar stuff, and they want you to play for like 4 hours.
Yeah.
We do not have 4 hours of material, so half the shows we end up on are like they split the bands, the bill with 4 bands, so it's mostly just finding a place that'll host it. Like we played in JB Love Drafts on Friday in Harrisburg, and that's like it's a bar and a restaurant, and then they have a little stage area. So that's one of the more conventional places. But yeah, a lot of the restaurants here in Pennsylvania also double as venues. I guess just because it doesn't seem like there's a whole lot of bands in this area, and I mean, we have no real big city around us unless you want to go down to Baltimore, and then I mean the closest other city would be either Pittsburgh or Philadelphia.
Right.
So a lot of the shows around here end up being in places like that because a lot of the other venues are closing. Like we used to play at the Chameleon Club in Lancaster sometimes, but that's gone now, and now they're
That's a
looking for a
shame.
new place to open up. So hopefully we'll be seeing a resurgence of them in some way or another, because that was definitely a fun place to play.
Yeah, like our scene when there was one here. Like, I'm right outside of State College, but the scene like here was when I was growing up. Like, everybody's playing at VFWs, parks, yada yada, and like that's even like non-existent. Everybody hires a DJ, or there's one like cover band around here, and that's all they'll hire. If they don't want to play, then you get a DJ. Like, it sucks.
Yep.
Yeah, it sucks. But everything, and it's all, I think there's 4 bars in this entire town, so like the options are really limited. And then we have this really nice amphitheater that they built 20 years ago, and I think it's been used 11 times since it's been built. It makes complete sense.
Yeah, I mean, we even when we can't find shows, we end up putting our own shows together. Like Logan at his parents' house puts together a festival. If you want to talk about that one, Logan, we couldn't do it this year, but
Yeah,
we've done that in the past. But he started his own festival.
Yeah, we growing up, we live out in Carroll County in Maryland, which is it's central Maryland, middle of nowhere still. And so we would and so there would be no other punk bands around the area if there were really any local bands like at all. So the ones that there weren't any venues to play. So I thought, then I guess when did we do the first one? That was like 2017, I think. I
Something
just
like
got
that.
like 12, 13 bands that wanted to play that didn't really have anywhere to play, and somehow convinced my parents to let me do it at my house. So we did. So we built a really shitty stage in the front of the front yard of the house, and did music. And that was supposed to be like a one and done kind of deal. And then like a couple days later, everyone's asking, you're gonna do it again next year. So we did. So it's called Chump Stock, and we made it up to 3 of them, and then COVID happened, and then we didn't schedule one for this year because it was a little iffy. Like we weren't sure if how long it was going to go on for. And by the time the all clear happened, it was a little too late to get things going, but next year it'll be back for
Yeah.
sure.
That's what I wanted to put on something this year too. And by the time things were good, everything was so booked up. Like everybody, it was just been this barrage of concerts and with like a 4 month span now. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like there's
Yeah,
literally,
exactly.
there's shit going on 10 different places every weekend. And it's great because like I have definitely been wanting this for a long time. So, and I can imagine you guys too.
Yeah, it's definitely great. We actually took the time over the pandemic to be productive and put together our EP because when I first joined, we were playing stuff off the first record that had come out, and then we are like, we're gonna write some new songs, and then we just didn't never get around to it. So we had an excuse to write some songs, and then we got into the studio right as things were opening back up. So now we have at least four new songs for people to hear, and the response has been awesome so far. We just got two of the tracks in the past week have been spinning on other podcasts, and I think a radio station picked up one of them too, which was kind of cool to see it play somewhere out in I think it was California. So
Oh shit,
it was
man.
cool because I mean I don't think anyone from California had ever heard of us, so I don't know how that happened, but it was awesome.
Yeah, well, after this, you guys will be like worldwide. I have like a couple friends in Spain, a couple friends in Germany that all watch this, and a couple friends, obviously Canada. I have a bunch of friends now, but that's been something kind of cool about this too. Just the whole networking thing, man. The people you meet through all this shit is like it's really cool.
Yeah, we appreciate you having us on. It's definitely cool to talk to other people who have a hand in the scene here.
Yeah, I didn't even realize I was gonna have a hand in it, but the more I was here, the more I'm just like, well, I might as well do more. I might as well do more, and I don't know. The scene's been there for me, and I don't even call it a scene anymore. It's a community because like scenes die.
Yeah.
And it's been there for me. It's been the most constant thing I've had in my life ever. So like I moved around a bunch as a kid, parents split up a couple times, you know what I mean? All that shit. So like the music's definitely been the most constant thing I've ever had in my life. So I like to get back to it as much as possible.
Yeah, for sure.
I'm trying not, yeah, and that's why I wanted to like start screen printing stuff. Like I was telling someone earlier, like I was a chef for 19 years, man, and I fucking cannot do it anymore. People came back from this thing like a lot meaner than they were before. Like the whole COVID thing, like I hate to say it, but and I feel like maybe I even am too. Like everybody's patience is gone with things, and like no, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it definitely wore everybody thin a little bit.
Yeah, dude, and I know it was hard on me. I used to, 2-3 times a month I was traveling around the country to go to shows, and like that every month except for December and January, and then like to have that shut down, it was detrimental to my mental health for a while.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was definitely weird for us in that when everything shut down, we're like, what do we do? So we were doing some live streams here and there for a while, just because I mean we wanted to play places, but everything was shut down and you couldn't really be in proximity with people. Which for our types of shows, everybody likes to stand like right at the stage and run around and everything.
Yeah.
So you have that interaction with people, but it's definitely weird to play online and do shows, but like the live stream stuff, I mean it brings people together because I mean you can have like conversations with people through comments and everything, but then what was even weirder was coming back and doing the shows again. It's like you kind of forgot how it was to do a show in front of people, but now we've probably played 20 shows in the past 3 months, so that's probably the most active we've been since I joined, at least. So it's definitely been fun.
Yeah, that's great. I don't know. Even coming back from this, I think at first, even for me, it's been like different dealing with people in general, just going into like, I don't know, a grocery store or something like that. I don't know. I don't look at it as the same, as I used to. It's not just going to the grocery store anymore, It's like this whole thing I have to prepare for mentally.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I fucking hate the grocery store. I'm just putting it out there. That's like one of the worst things in the world. I'll fucking not eat for 3 days before I go there. You guys are probably a bit like, I don't know what Gettysburg area is like, but you guys are probably from a little bigger town. Like our town's like 1,700 people, man. Like everybody knows everybody. So like you go to the grocery store, it's like every person you never wanted to see in the last 15 years. They're all there waiting for you.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I think
that's pretty much Westminster in a nutshell.
Yeah, same with Gettysburg. I mean, we have like 4 grocery stores, and no matter where you go, you'll see the same people at all 4 of them.
Yeah, we have 2. You do have a great battlefield, though. I've visited that many times. I love history, so I go down there as much as I can. That's a cool place.
Yeah, definitely a lot of history there, and I mean, surprisingly, the music scene there can be active at times. Like,
Really?
yeah, they put together a festival in Gettysburg, usually biannually, called Gettysburg Rocks, that they have bands play for. Usually it's like 100 to 150 bands, depending on how far in advance they announce it. Like it's coming up here, I think, in 2 weeks in Gettysburg, and they're gonna have 100 bands. Unfortunately, our schedule wouldn't work out for that one, so we won't be able to be on that show. But we have, or at least I have, played on that type of festival in the past. And it's cool because I mean, basically every bar at Gettysburg will participate in it, so you can just bar crawl from place to place and see different types of bands at different bars.
Yeah, because like I don't as many times I've been there, like I was just that little town area, right? And then everything around just like farmland, basically, right?
Yeah, for the most part, we have a new shopping center that opened up about 2 years ago,
Oh
but the only
shit.
thing that went in it was a Panera and a Taco Bell. So that's that's about it.
Yeah, not a whole lot of shopping can be done there then, huh?
No, no, you can get some food and some tea across the street there, but that's about it.
And some shitty soup. Wait,
Or when our town opened up a Sonic, I think that was the talk of the town for like a solid like 16 months.
oh, dude, that is one thing. I lived in Pittsburgh for 5 years, and that is one thing I do miss about being down there was the Sonic. That's
We did get a second a mattress store here, so that was
Oh,
the
okay.
exciting thing for a while.
You guys are on the map now.
yeah. Well, yeah. I carried furniture. I delivered furniture last year, like new furniture. If I never saw a mattress again, I'd be okay with it. Like that's the worst fucking job in the world, especially when you're like 35, 40, because like it just you don't hold up like you used to. You'll get there someday.
Yeah, it's kind of like that now, carrying all our equipment. I mean, half the places we'll play, the load in is like half a mile away, so you get your workout on
Yeah,
putting the equipment in.
that was always the worst part about being in a band to me, man, was fucking loading and unloading. And then when I went down and saw the Filthy Lowdown last weekend, so I helped them load and unload, and I was like, fuck this. I'm like, I'm not even playing, and I'm like, I double hate this today. You know what I mean? I don't even get the reward part of it. Like it's a
Yeah,
bitch though.
I like using my own equipment at shows, but nowadays it's like if there's an equipment share, I'm like, even if it's just like a couple suitcases and some like tin foil and some aluminum pans, I'm like, that's good enough.
Yeah, if they're
That's
using
good
it, I
enough.
will. Yeah. No, because like I think we took a bunch of stuff down there, and then somebody else already had it set up, and even the drummer was like, "No, fuck that, man. Just take that." You know, he plays on like a 3 or 4 piece kit anyway, and he's like, "Just take all that shit out of there and just leave that kit. I don't feel like setting up." I was, okay.
Yeah, I mean, because right after you finish playing, it's like you're completely covered in sweat, and the last thing you feel like doing is moving all your equipment over.
Yeah, and then
You
like
just kind of want to, at least for me, I just kind of want to just sit there and do nothing for a while.
right, and if you're micing any of that shit, you know what I mean? Like you're re-micing everything and yada 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 as soon as you rip one set down and put one back. I mean, it's just a lot of work. It can be.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
I mean, being a musician is a lot of work, regardless, especially the time you put in for, I mean, usually nothing for the most part. Like, you got to love it because if you go into it, try to make money, odds are you're probably not going to, come out on the good end.
Yeah, in our area, unless you're a cover band, that's you're just doing it for because you want to do it. Because I mean, all the places that have the cover bands, you gotta have like a 3 or 4 hour set, and I would be dead by the end of that. I mean, I feel exhausted after like the hour set that we do. We typically do between like a half hour and 45 minutes, and even though I mean, I could keep going, but my voice gets fried, and I only sing a couple songs.
Dude, where I'm at, we used to have to do the same thing to get booked. It was 3 hours you'd have to cover, and we'd play 3 45-minute sets. And I mean, and then some nights, 2 nights in a row, and I sang, and just, oh my God, the next night, like I couldn't even fucking speak barely, let alone sing. And then like, I bet like, and you're playing punk rock. So that's 45 minutes you're covering. That's like, depending on the songs, that could be 62 fucking songs.
Exactly, and that's
Yeah, how
part of
many
the thing.
would you do? Like 20?
I was gonna say that's part of it. Like if I guess if you are a cover band, like a 3 hour gig is nothing because you're playing 3 minute, 5 minute, 7 minute songs.
Yeah.
And it's us. It's like you tell us that you got 3 hours. We got like entire band discographies, we can make it through.
Right.
In 3 hours.
That's what I mean. You can like cover each band like 2 or 3 albums in each set, and then fucking move right along. And
Yeah,
it's just,
exactly.
yeah, I remember. I think each set of ours had like 25 songs in it at one time. It was just fucking ridiculous.
Yeah, I mean, like for to like measure the type of stuff that we're doing in our set, our title track off our new EP Wall Mouse, the song Wall Mouse is only 51 seconds, so we get through that just as quick as it starts and ends. So I mean, we could play it like we could play it, like 180 times to fill 3 hours, but I think people would be a little tired by the end.
Yeah, my old band covered Coffee Mug once by the Descendants. Was what, like 32 seconds long, but we like we spent like 4 hours learning it, chugging beer and doing all kinds of shit the whole time. And oh my god, once we finally got it though, what a glorious thing. But it was like, man, all that for 32 fucking seconds.
That was us with Bombshell, right?
Yeah, that's what it was. I was trying to think of what it was. Yeah, that took us a hot minute to dig it down for all 30 whatever seconds of its glory.
It's just so fast.
Right, and then like when that speed's there, like to hit all those changes real quick is like, again, it's 45-second song. Like there's a lot of changes and not a lot of time. It's like a fucking fuse just burning up.
I mean, it was brutal.
Yeah, we were wasted.
Yeah, we
too.
did that at the. We have a place in York here that does a Halloween show every October. Usually it's like the weekend before. It's called the Skid Row Garage. This guy runs a venue right behind his house, and you could probably get 150 people in there, I think, on if you're packing them in, and everyone chooses a different like punk band to cover, and you do exclusively songs from that band. And we did a whole cover of or a whole set of Operation Ivy songs the last time we played. I guess that was 2 years ago, and yeah, we got through like 6 or 7 songs in like 10 minutes. And I mean, we had like 30 other bands on the bill. They started at like 4 p.m. and went to like midnight. So everybody's just flying through songs.
Dude, that would be badass though. That's like, that's a great idea. Like, that's cool, man. I've never heard anything like that. That's fucking a great idea though.
Those shows are always you dress up for Halloween, and they pack as many people as you can fit in there. Someone always lighting off fireworks and shooting bottle rockets around inside.
Yeah, I mean, like sometimes they get like decent sized bands in there too. Like I was seeing they had Hawthorne Heights there a couple of years ago, which was I mean, when we played there, I was surprised that a band like that would go there, but it's definitely a fun place to play. And yeah, MC, the guy that runs that, he booked us for a show last week up in JB's in Harrisburg, and that's a fun place to play too. All the places that we play at are awesome, and all the people that book us on shows are awesome, just because they like what they book, and that makes the show awesome. I really like playing for shows when the person personally from just going and hanging out at their other shows that they book in the area. You meet a lot of cool people.
Yeah, and you know that they're actually into the thing. It's not just like, oh yeah, we have a band here, here's their money. Yeah. Yeah. The only thing I don't get about this area, and I don't know if it's like with you guys down your way too, like why, like it's always your job to promote the shows and stuff, and like the venues never promote, and like out west it's like the complete opposite. And I never understood it. Like, is it that way for you guys? You guys do have to do motion promotions for where you're playing, or do the bars help out?
I think it depends on the place that you're playing. A lot of the places just have the time available, and they just say, okay, do whatever you want, and then you just book the show. Like, you could pick however many bands you want to fill out the spot, but you're probably not going to get paid a whole lot. But so we like booking shows with our friends. So we book with bands that we play just to fill out that 3-hour spot. But some of the venues around here do, like, they have people that put on the shows, and they book a couple bands to fill up the time, and then they'll put together like promotional flyers and videos and everything like that. Like the skate park show that we did yesterday, they actually put together an awesome promotional video for us using one of the songs off the new record. They put a bunch of our pictures that were on our website together and animated our logo. That was pretty awesome.
No, that's badass, dude. Like, the most we get around here is like, you get the special board. You might get the bottom half of the special board, right under the chicken noodle soup.
Like,
yeah,
that's an honor sometimes. That is an honor sometimes to be on the same board as the soup.
It depends how good the soup is, right? So if people are seeing this, and where can they find your music at?
All of our stuff is available on our website. You can get that at www.chumpsmd.com. We're on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. We're most active on our Facebook and our Instagram. Basically, everything that we have to announce goes on all of the things. Yeah, we have all of our albums available on basically all the streaming services. So you can find the new EP on Spotify, Tidal, Apple Music, everything. Everywhere but Bandcamp on that one. We did get locked out of Bandcamp, so we're working on that one. We're hoping to get it up there soon. But
it's for
yeah,
sure on Apple Music though. That's where I use.
Yep.
Yeah, that's where I was listening. So when you get your penny royalty, like in the next month and a half, it might have been from me. No, because
thank
nobody,
you.
yeah, nobody uses Apple Music. I feel like I'm like one of 3 people that do.
Don't worry, I got your back.
Nice, man, nice. It came free with the phone. Who doesn't, you know? And then they charge you like a year later, and it's like, well, I'm so used to having it now. Like, take the $10, asshole.
Yeah. Right.
Well, do you guys got any shows or anything coming up soon you want to promote or anything before we get out of here?
Well, we're hoping to start booking some new shows. We're trying to get on a national show that's coming to our area, so that'll be fun. Yeah, we just have that show at the Mexican restaurant coming up in not this Friday, but next Friday up in Dover at Taqueria El Camino. And that's the only thing officially announced. We're working on that tribute show for the end of the August coming up here. And yeah, if you want us on the show, we'll come play basically anywhere as long as we can afford to do it.
Yeah.
Just hit us up at our website. We got a contact form there, and we'll try to make something happen.
Yeah, and I was gonna tell you, the Pittsburgh scene's booming, and those guys are trying to like come your way, and maybe you guys would try to maybe go that way. I could probably send you a couple links to a couple people I know, and maybe get you guys all, because the guys from Coffee Lines are talking the filthy lowdown now. Like it's all, we might as well just all fucking work together. Here's the idea, I guess.
Yeah, they're definitely they're cool guys. We played our last 2 of our last 3 shows have been with them, so we've been seeing a lot of them lately.
Yeah, no, they're real good guys, man. I'm actually I'm making their new shirts for them. I just ordered them today.
Okay, cool.
Yeah,
Oh, right.
yeah. He messaged me this morning, and I was like, what the hell? Why not? So, but I appreciate you guys coming on. Thank you for emailing me. Thank you for getting a hold of me, because like that makes my life easier. And sorry I was late because well, life.
It's all good. Thank you for having us. We appreciate it.
Yeah, man. And this will come out this coming Saturday, but we'll start pushing it. What day is today? Monday. We'll start pushing it like Wednesday.
Okay.
All right. Well, I appreciate you guys, and we'll talk to you soon, I guess.
Sounds good. Thanks for having us.
Yeah,
Thanks, man.
Yeah, take care, guys.
You
See it. That was Chumps out of Maryland. Check them out. They roll with those Coffee Lions guys. They play a bunch of shows. They play in Mexican restaurants. They do all kinds of fun shit. Sounds like. Anyway, download their EP and all that. It's good. I did check it out multiple times today as I was trying to put a vinyl machine together and tearing my hair out. But the music was good. So and remember, buy tickets to Camp Pennsylvania. Support that. It's going to be good shit. Buy the ticket. Take the ride. We'll see you next time.